Welcome back to Omasae, where we explore the intersection of intentional living and the quiet beauty found in the natural world. Today, we are embarking on a journey to create a space that does not just sit in your yard, but actually lives alongside you, a garden that breathes through the harmony of stone, moss, and silence. This project is a deep dive into the heart of Wabi-sabi, moving away from the loud and the polished to find something much more profound in the weathered and the real. As we begin this transformation together, I invite you to join our growing community of creators who find joy in the subtle details of life. If you find peace in these frames, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button to help others find this sanctuary too. Your comments and thoughts are the lifeblood of this channel, so I would love to hear your own stories of garden reflection as we move through today's build. Let's set aside the noise of the modern world for a moment and focus on the tactile, grounding experience of working with the earth. We are not just moving rocks and planting greenery. We are designing a living landscape that serves as a mirror for the soul. Every Zen garden requires a focal point that anchors the entire composition, and in the Japanese tradition, this is often referred to as the heart stone. Searching for this stone is not about finding the smoothest or the most expensive rock from a commercial quarry, but rather finding the one that speaks to the specific energy of your land. I spent hours looking for a stone that possessed a sense of weight and ancient character, something that looked as though it had been resting in place for 1,000 years. When you place your primary stone, you are setting the foundation for all the lines and shadows that will follow in the rest of the design. It is important to bury a significant portion of the stone beneath the soil, so that it appears to be emerging naturally from the earth rather than simply sitting on top of it. This creates a sense of stability and permanence that is essential for a space intended for meditation and deep thought. We look for interesting textures, deep crevices, and natural lichen that tell a story of the elements and the environment. The heartstone acts as a silent witness to the changing light, catching the morning sun and casting long, dramatic shadows across the ground in the late afternoon. It is the silent protagonist of our story, providing a rugged contrast to the soft textures of the plants we will soon introduce. As we move toward the softer elements of our sanctuary, we encounter the velvet textures and deep greens of the mossy path, which represents the sabi, or the beauty of age. Moss is the ultimate plant for a wabi-sabi garden because it thrives in the shadows and requires a level of patience that few other species demand. It does not bloom with flashy flowers, but instead provides a consistent, humble backdrop that softens the hard edges of the stones and wood. Walking along a mossy path feels like stepping into a different era, one where time moves more slowly and every footstep is cushioned by nature's own carpet. The vibrant emerald hues of the moss contrast beautifully with the gray tones of the rocks, highlighting the intersection of the living and the inanimate. As the moss slowly spreads and climbs over the roots of trees and the bases of lanterns, it creates a sense of historical depth and atmospheric mystery. This living velvet is a reminder that beauty often hides in the damp, quiet corners of the world, waiting for those who are willing to look closely. The whispers of the mossy path are the sounds of a garden that has settled into itself, no longer trying to impress, but simply existing in a state of quiet grace. It is here, among the ferns and the shadows, that the garden truly begins to feel like a portal to another world. The core of Wabi-sabi lies in the concept of the unfinished, a recognition that nothing in nature is ever truly complete or perfectly stagnant. When we look at a garden, we often feel the urge to trim every stray branch or sweep away every fallen leaf to achieve a state of forced perfection. However, true elegance is found when we allow the garden to show its age and its unique history through its perceived flaws. This philosophy teaches us that a crack in a ceramic bowl or a patch of uneven ground is not a failure, but a celebration of the passage of time. In this video, we are leaning into the wabi aspect, which prizes the rustic, the simple, and the unrefined over the synthetic or the mass-produced. By choosing materials that will weather, stain, and change with the seasons, we create a dialogue between the human hand and the wild spirit of the earth. We must learn to see the potential in a piece of driftwood or the charm in a rusted lantern that has stood against the rain for years. This approach removes the stress of maintenance and replaces it with the joy of observation and gradual evolution. A garden that is finished is a garden that has stopped growing, so we choose instead to build a space that is perpetually in a state of becoming. Designing for stillness requires us to embrace the Japanese concept of ma, which is the artistic use of negative space or the gap between objects. In a traditional Western garden, there is often a desire to fill every square inch with colorful flowers, but a Wabi-sabi garden finds its strength in what is left out. By leaving open areas of raked gravel or simple earth, we provide the eye with a place to rest and the mind with a place to expand. This intentional emptiness is not a lack of design, but a very deliberate choice to emphasize the few items that are present. We arrange our elements in asymmetrical patterns, avoiding the rigid formality of straight lines and perfect circles, which are rarely found in the wild. The goal is to create a visual rhythm that feels organic and effortless, as if the wind and the rain were the primary architects of the space. As you walk through or gaze upon this garden, the lack of clutter allows the subtle sounds of the environment to become more prominent. You might notice the rustle of a single leaf or the distant call of a bird more clearly because there are no visual distractions competing for your attention. This design philosophy transforms a simple backyard into a sanctuary where the silence is not empty, but heavy with a sense of peace and presence. In many cultures, gardening is viewed as a chore or a series of tasks to be completed as quickly as possible, but here we view maintenance as a form of active meditation. The act of raking the gravel, or salmon, is a rhythmic exercise that clears the mind just as effectively as it clears the path. Each stroke of the rake is a deliberate movement that requires focus and intention, turning a simple cleanup into a ritual of mindfulness and grace. When we prune a branch or clear away a few weeds, we are not fighting against nature, but participating in its natural cycle of growth and decay. This hands-on connection with the soil helps to ground us in the present moment, pulling our attention away from the anxieties of the future or the regrets of the past. There is a deep satisfaction in the repetitive motions of caring for a living space, allowing us to find beauty in the mundane and the ordinary. We do not aim for a sterile environment, but rather a managed wildness that honors the life force within every plant and stone. By shifting our perspective on work, we find that the time spent upkeeping the garden is actually the time when the garden is doing the most to keep us balanced. This ritual of care becomes a daily invitation to slow down and breathe in rhythm with the world around us. As we bring this journey to a close, I hope that the sights and sounds of this Wabi-sabi transformation have inspired you to find the beauty in the imperfect parts of your own life. Creating a garden that breathes is a lifelong practice, and I am so grateful that you chose to spend these few moments of reflection here with me at Omasae. If this video helped you feel a little more centered today, please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of tranquility. Don't forget to like the video and leave a comment below telling me which element, the stone, the moss, or the silence, resonated with you the most in your own home or garden. Your engagement truly helps this channel reach more people who are searching for a slower, more meaningful way of living in a busy world. I will be reading through all of your thoughts, and I look forward to our next project, where we will continue to explore the art of mindful creation. Until then, I hope you find a quiet corner of the world to call your own and take the time to simply be still. Thank you for watching, and remember that even in the smallest space, there is always room for a little more silence and a lot more peace.